Everybody, aka my mom, is the only person I know that will watch this. Today, showing off my Minecraft map I made with Kaylee, with Kaylee's help. Um, so I'll actually just wait till my mom gets here. I'm gonna mute myself till mom shows up. Never mind, I'm not gonna mute myself. Hi, mom. I assume it's mom. Maybe not. Can you type in chat so I can see who it is?
Hi, waving hand.
Hi, mom. So basically, this is my Minecraft map. It doesn't look very interesting from the outside. But basically, the theme is a lot. I made it for Elias and Kaylee, but like Tristan might play it and stuff too. Um, so the theme is like Dracula's castle or Dracula's mansion or whatever. So this is the room you spawn in. There's some gray bricks, just some brown wallpaper, some brown bamboo floors. It's not meant to be bamboo in Dracula's castle. That's just the block I chose. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily true that it's bamboo. This cool log, some more bricks, and just this cool black ceiling. And there's this thing coming out of the wall with candles on it. Those are the lights throughout the map. So you spawn in here, and there's a little book for Elias and a book for Kaylee. So we'll read the book for Kaylee. They're the same, just the names are switched. This is what Kaylee gets given. I don't actually play the map when they play. I mean, I do, but I'm just flying around, spawning monsters for them to fight and stuff like that, making sure everything's running smoothly. So I'm like the dungeon master, like in Dungeons and Dragons, basically. So this is for Kaylee, the book. While at a sleepover, you, Elias, and Benjamin discover a mansion in the woods you didn't know was there. It seems to be abandoned, and you guys explore around the outside, eventually finding a broken window. You all decide to enter. Benjamin enters first, but after you and Elias get inside, he is nowhere to be found. Now you must find him. Maybe it's a prank. So that's the little explanation lore book. You get a small little dagger to fight with. Um, and then you get an offhand lantern, so you can hold it like this, and it actually lights up the room you're in. And then you get some food. So, ooh, I gotta update this anyways. Yes, hi Chino. You get to watch me update this. Oh, hi Chino. He just jumped on me. Oh, you fatty. He sat right in front of my TV. Let's get your box ready, buddy. Mind pass me the box, Kaylee? Ouch. Okay. Hi, Chino. Sorry, he's attacking me. I have a box for him that has one of my sweaters in it for him to sit in. Okay, there you go. Anyways, so I'm going to. There's different materials, right? So, dagger. Uh, yeah, we'll do a dagger. So, it goes wood, stone, iron, quartz, root. So that is the weakest to strongest of the weapons you will find in this map, basically. Um, so the weakest weapon is wood. Like any wood weapons are weaker than stone. Stone is weaker than iron. Iron is weaker than quartz, and quartz is weaker than root. You don't need to necessarily remember that. Oh yeah, so the book for Kaylee says you and Elias and Benjamin. But we're at a sleepover, and then the book for Elias says you, Kaylee, and Benjamin. That's the only difference. So basically, Elias and Kaylee spawn in there. They read their little things, and whenever they are ready, I press this button, and they spawn right here.
Red heart.
Right. So they spawn. Oh yes, Gino. Do you have anything to say? He's just pawing at my controller over and over. Anyway, so basically, this is a window you come in through. Look at this block. It's meant to look like the night sky. It actually does twinkle if you watch it long enough. But basically, this is a broken window you get in through. And this is broken glass on the ground. How I did it is it's actually coral. So when you place coral on the ground, it dries eventually if there isn't water. So see, it just turned gray. So I just placed coral here to look like broken glass. And here's a rock that someone else threw in, not me, Elias, and Kaylee. But yeah. Anyways, this is the inside of Dracula's castle. So let's go left, right, left, right, left. It doesn't matter. Same thing. Not same thing, but like we'll get to both eventually. So we go left. You can choose to go either way. Like now you've started. So keep in mind there will be monsters all throughout this. And you won't meet Dracula anytime soon, but there will be monsters all throughout this. Like vampires and werewolves and shit like that. So, and so yeah, they'll be able to fight them by finding weapons all throughout. So let's go left. And if you go left, it leads you here. And then it leads you to this room. This is a guest bedroom. So I'm going to break this actually. But this is a guest bedroom. And there's more. This map is not finished. I have not decorated anything nicely. So no insult to my work, of course. But I haven't decorated the inside of the rooms yet. So it will look a lot nicer than this. This is a guest bedroom in Dracula's house. But Elias and Kaylee will sleep in the beds. There's one other bed in a different room for the other person. So basically, say this is Elias's room, Kaylee has the other room. And then, nice, Kaylee. So then, what beds do in Minecraft is you can sleep in them to skip the nighttime, which you won't be able to do in this map. It will always be nighttime in this map. But what you can do is sleep in it, and then that's your spawn point now. So if you die, you spawn back here. But all your items are all over the floor in wherever you died. Make sense? So then you come out here. It's one of their rooms. So then this, go down. So look at this. Sometimes in the walls there'll be a trap door like this, and that means there's a vent here, or like a crawl space. So you come up to it, you open it, and you get on the ground. Then look, you're crawling through your little tunnel. I didn't mean to leave it open over here. Now we're in a different area. So I'm not actually going to show you that right now because it's not very important right now. Like we'll get to it when we get to it. But let's go back. So there's two more of them right here, right? Which I'll show you later. I'll explain later. Then you get to the end of the hallway and you can't get through. You can see stuff past here. You can't actually get through it. So you got to go back. Or you can go through these tunnels. We won't worry about the tunnels yet. So you're back at the starting area now. And then here's another bedroom. But this one actually has a door, right? You come through here, and there's another little room here, and there'll be a monster in here, right? But what's cool about this door is when it's open, it looks like this, but when you close it, there's actually special loot back here. I'm going to change it, though. I'm not happy with it being that, but there'll actually be special loot back here. So look, you can't even see because the door's open, but if you just happen to close it, you could do this, for example. But basically, you can't even tell that there's a little entrance here. Isn't that cool? So now we come back out. We'll go left, continue our left way. So then you get to the end of the hallway here. This will be a garden. Think, because Dracula can't go out during the daytime, and he'd have some plants, right? So Dracula We have some plants growing in here. I just realized plants need sunlight. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. The whole point, I just realized, yeah. So I wanted this garden to be like, ooh, Dracula can't go outside, so he has this garden. They can go in during the daytime. You can't go in during the daytime because they need to get sunlight. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just put glass as the roof, and then you can. I can't really though, because then you'll see the building. So I think I'll somehow fake a sky. How could I fake a sky? That'd be cool. Yeah, maybe. Um, so we'll try Kaylee's idea as well. Kaylee's idea was use amethyst and paint it blue. So I have a mod on where I can actually just paint blocks. Where's amethyst, bro? Here. Can't use that one. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Like if I did this, but then like made it look like a sky. Yeah, I like that idea. Nice, Caitlin. Very cool. So I'll probably end up doing that. Yeah. Anyways, this will be a garden for Dracula. Don't worry about this yet. That's not important. So basically, that's his garden. I'm just gonna fly through the castle. And now, remember we went forwards here. We go right. So you walk to the right, and you come over here, and this will be a wine cellar. There's two doors leading to the same room here. This will be a wine cellar. These are the blocks I have. So this is a block of compressed berries. So it's like a bundle, it's like a block of berries. This is a block of glass bottles. This is meant to look like wine, like bottles of wine. Kaylee actually found that block. Shout out, Kaylee. This is going to be a barrel, like a barrel of wine, or like a keg of wine, I guess. I don't know if that'd be the word. And then there's just some apples. So yeah, this is just going to be a chill little wine cellar. Then there's another crawl space. This time leads to this creepy room with a spider. I forgot I had a little dagger in here, but it leads to this creepy room with spiders in it. Also, I don't have this yet, but this pot, if you break it, it will give you an item. And then in this corner there'll be an armor stand, so kind of like a mannequin with some armor on it. So if you can get to it, you can have it, basically. Alright, spiders, get out of my way. These are actually vampire spiders. They're meant to be. They're just painted to look like a lighter color than they normally are. Anyway, so then we continue down this way. And this room, oops, it's actually meant to have a door on it. So it looks like this, right? Oops, sorry, Gino. Sorry, Gino. I accidentally kicked it. Always okay. So this room looks like this, and it's an iron door. Iron doors you can't just open like these ones. You need a button or a lever to open it. So you can't, right, from the outside. So look at this, right? But there's like something hanging. You can't really see in there. But if I just break the door, there's webs, right? So if you're on the inside, you can just press a button to get out. But if you're on the outside, you can't just press a button to get in, right? So there's webs here, right? And this room will feature a cool creature, one I'm not a huge fan of. I'm putting my legs up for this in my chair. That's not a joke. I just physically did, by the way. It features this big creature called a brood mother. Like this fucking disgusting spider. This thing's evil. It's gross. This big ass spider. Ew, like I just hate its walk. It's so creepy. Anyway, so that's the brood mother. And it'll be in this room, and then there's a little fireplace. But I'll explain the fireplace later, and I'll explain more of this room later. So now we continue down the hallway. See, now we're actually on the other side of that gate where we saw before. We're actually on the other side. This is a bathroom. So there's no mirrors in Minecraft. So this painting, I just got it first try, Katie. This painting is supposed to just look like a mirror, right? Doesn't look much like a mirror, but these are my other options, and none of them look like mirrors. You can see when placing a painting, it just gives you a random one of a couple. This is my mirror. There's some vampire heads. These will be sinks. And then in Minecraft, it's pretty common. People will make secret entrances by putting a painting here over like doors or something like this, which I also did, right? So, oops. So you get here, and then you're like, oh, look at this mirror. You go in, and there's doors. It's like you can walk right through the mirror, right? That leads you to this nice room, which has just some loot in it. There's a cake on this little pedestal. There's some loot right here. There's some loot right here. I'm actually going to change it though because I'm going to do kind of a redesign of all my loot. So I'll come back to this room and update it later. That's the bathroom. Obviously there's going to be a toilet and stuff. Remember, stuff isn't finished, but yeah. This is going to be the lounge. This is going to be Dracula's lounge. So there's this cool record player, right? And you can find flint and steel to actually light all the candles, right? So this will be the lounge, and basically there's this record player, and there'll be some nice seating, some nice tables. I don't know what else. I'll see. But yeah, this will be the lounge. Maybe he'll have a little pet in here, like a werewolf or something, to be like a dog. You know what I mean? I don't know. That could be cool. So there will be a monster in this room, likely. Also some loot, probably. So now, there's also this tunnel, which if we go down it, I'll go down it fast with flying. It's actually the same one as earlier. So you can see this gate, right? Wait, I'll break this carpet, right? So remember the broken carpet? If you go through this tunnel, I'll fly and go through quickly. We're actually on the other side of the gate. There's the broken carpet. So it's just an easy way to get around it. Otherwise, you'd have to go around the whole building. So that's the lounge. That's the little tunnel. If you go this way, if you go either left or right, they both lead to the same place. So let's go left. You can see there's no walls, but this will lead to a great big library. This whole underside, all this big platform, will actually be a library, right? I imagine Dracula to have quite an expansive collection of books, bro. It's Dracula. It's so old. So anyway, you have a bunch of fucking books. And then there'll also be like carpet over this. And maybe you pull a lever and it like gets rid of all the carpet and like reveals this or something. I don't know exactly how I'll do it, but the staircase won't be visible. You have to like pull a lever or something. But anyways, you come down here. It's not done yet. There'll be some monsters. These are just their spawn eggs. So I remember there'll be some monsters wearing armor and some really good loot down here. This will be like the best loot spot, I'm thinking. Like this will give you the best loot. And then in the library, there'll actually be a little tower up here. This is like a chill reading spot. Observing tower. And then let's go back in. So yeah, both these entrances lead to the same place. So now we walk up these stairs. And if I go left, there's a very large winding hallway. Haley actually made this hallway. Well, I made the what's it called? The layout for it. But she placed the blocks for it. So shout out Kaylee. Then when you get here, there's two choices you can make. Well, you can do either one, but you gotta do one of them first, I guess. It's this one or this one. I'll just do this one first. You go down this hallway, go down this hallway, and this will lead to Dracula's office. There'll be a window here, and basically there'll be a cool blood moon in this window. I'll just place a block behind it. This is actually my block to look like the moon, and I'll use that same strategy from before of using this block, right? Which is normally a block called Skulk. Not really related to anything I'm talking about right now, but Skulk for the cool twinkling effect. That's why I used it. But I painted it black. So this will be what his window looks like. You can see there's like a cool blood moon outside. Right? So I won't keep this. Actually, I'll keep it for now, but I'll make a better looking version of it some other time. But that's what his window will look like, is there'll be a blood moon outside. He'll have a desk and stuff in here, so kind of similar to the lounge. He'll have, it scared me, he'll have maybe like paintings on the wall, and a desk in here, maybe some bookshelves in here as well, and like an anvil and stuff. Maybe some, I don't know exactly what he'll have. Maybe he'll have another mini fireplace, not as big as the other one I showed you. I showed briefly. And I'm about to show you better. Actually, walk down this hallway, then you turn this way, and then you get to this weird little drop-off thing, right? If you look down, it's actually fire, right? So imagine you're playing in survival, so you can actually die. Like, you can get killed by creatures, and you can't fly around. You can't just break stuff instantly and stuff. You have to actually, like, fight. So, you see there's fire. If you drop down, you are going to light on fire. You can see I'm on fire. Yeah, you're actually going to light on fire. And then, you can't get out of here. You don't know how to actually get out of the fire. And then you probably die, and your stuff all probably burns in the fire. So, let's get out of flint and steel. Not related right now, but what you're actually supposed to do is investigate around a little bit more. If you just drop down, you die, right? But look, if you look this way, there's a little thing you can fall down to. So you take less fall damage, you can heal yourself a little bit here, maybe with a potion. Then you put out the fire, right? From here, then now you drop down, you don't take a whole lot of damage this time. And now, you still can't get out. But now, if you're patient enough, you might realize the only reason you can't get out is because you're hitting your head. Right? If you... Okay, that won't work. But look. So, you're hitting your head, that's why you can't get out. But if you crouch and climb over the thing, you can. It's that smart. You have to crouch and climb over the little iron bars. But if you just frantically jump, or even just jump without doing that, you just hit your head and you can't. Right? And then, right in this room will be the big spider. So even worse, you're right here, now the big spider's here, now you're trapped down here with her and you gotta fight her. Anyways, but if you can get through here and kill the spider, nice. And even if not, you can do this, get through here, hide in there maybe, and then, I don't know, you get it. So, there'll also be some armor stands right here next to the fireplace. Let's get out some diamond armor. Probably won't be this armor. No, it 100% won't be this armor, actually. But, say it's like this, and the same on the other side. Let's do that. Diamond swords. You can actually crouch and interact with them to change the positions they're in. Right? Look at that. That one's pretty cool, right? Remember I was going to put slabs up here. Sorry, I just forgot some. Yes, this. That makes it look a bit better. Just throwing my stuff in the fire to get rid of it. There'll be some armor stands here, but you can actually go up to them and take the armor off of them. And then you can use that armor. So, yeah. And then we go back through the big winding hallway. There will be monsters all throughout the house, so you could encounter monsters in here too. And if you go this way, right here doesn't lead to anything. It's unfinished. Right here leads to another unfinished place, but it's the dining hall. This will be the dining hall. It will have two classic long tables, right? This will be the dining hall. There'll be a monster in here. And then it also connects to the kitchen. There'll be some loot in the kitchen, probably just like knives or something. So then, here.
This is huge.
Thank you. I'll tell you how long it took me after. So then, you come down this hallway. There's actually a cool feature about this hallway. Maybe you can catch on your own. Let's just walk down it normally. It'll take me a minute. Obviously, it's long. The feature about it is not that it's long. I mean, it is, but there's more to it than that. And yes, there's a room at the end, but let me know if you caught it. But the pillars are actually getting more and more spread apart. So here they're 11 blocks apart. And you come down closer to the middle. Here they're 8 blocks apart. Here they're 6 blocks apart. Here they're 5 blocks apart. And here they're 4 blocks apart. Isn't that cool? So I did that to give it the illusion of a long, long stretching hallway.
Catch that.
You did not catch that? Okay, I'm glad, because I want it to be kind of a subconscious thing. I want it to look like the hallway is just like stretching, if that makes sense. Like it's like it's warped almost. So then you keep walking, you get to the end. This will be Dracula's bedroom, right? So, Dracula will have a cool bedroom in here. Let's actually make this a bit taller. How tall is that? Yeah, that looks like a better size. Anyways, so this will be Dracula's room, and he'll have like a coffin in here. So you get in here, right? And when you enter, there'll be a closed coffin. You go up, and maybe you think there's just loot in it or something, right? But then you flick a lever or something, or you open the coffin. I'm not entirely sure how that will work, but you open the coffin. Out will come Dracula! Let's show you Dracula. It will look like this. And this is Dracula. It's quite cool. So he's a boss fight. He has a health bar at the top of the screen. And look how big he is compared to the player. He's like more than double my height. He actually does look. But I don't know if you can see at the top of the screen, I'm just punching him. Look how slow his health is going down. It's ridiculously slow. So let's say I get out a strong sword, right? His health is still barely going down. If I jump, this makes me do more damage if I jump and attack. Put my weight into it. It's still not working, right? So now let's get a level 5 sword. Level 5 sword is from a mod I have on to put all the weapons in the map, right? But where's a level 5 sword? I can't find it. Oh, here's one. So let's get out this big sword. Look at this thing. So my fist does 1 damage. This diamond sword did 7. This one does 13, right? Look at this. And I'll jump. Look at his health bar. It's still rather high, right? He does attack you if you're in survival. He only isn't trying to kill me because I'm creative. Here's how his death looks. He turns into a bunch of cool bats. So that's Dracula. But I want to show you one more thing about Mr. Dracula. Let's spawn him again. Cool little animation. That's why I want to make the roof taller so you can actually see the animation. Let's go into survival. And we'll go into hard difficulty so he actually attacks me. Like this. He actually does walk after you. He is trying to get me. You can see he's pretty slow, right? I do like that he's slow. Oh god. He destroyed me. See that? See now, we gotta find our way back to Dracula. Let's do it in survival. How about? Show you the real experience. Okay. I don't actually remember very much how to get there. No, that's to the garden. It's down this way, I think. Yeah, this looks familiar. So this is what Elias and Kaylee will be doing. I'll have a sleepover with them, and they'll actually play this map. Yeah, okay, I'm back. So then you walk up the stairs. I have to run all the way to the end. You'll also have a darkness effect around your screen, which will make it harder to see.
I have to go to sleep, honey. Thank you for showing me.
Okay, good night, Mom. I love you so much. You can remember where you are at the video time-wise, and you can watch it again tomorrow if you want. And I'll just continue it. So, Dracula is here. I spawn him right here. See, for some reason won't walk out of that hallway. Now he's in the hallway.
I love you so much. Good night, Zoxixo.
Good night, Mom. I hope you have a good sleep. Thanks for watching. Kaylee, Dracula doesn't actually follow you through the hallways for some reason. Not sure why. That's lame. I wanted him to. With the carpet, he won't go over. For some reason, he won't, like, walk. It's quite annoying. I mean, he will, but he, like, won't walk, like, down the hallway. I don't know why. I don't know what is stopping him from walking down the hallway. It's really annoying. Okay, let's go in survival. So look at this is Dracula. If I punch him, he won't walk. But then, like if I spawn Dracula in this room, he actually follows me and tries to attack me. Weird. Okay, well that's okay. Not a whole lot I can do to change it. So Dracula, oh, see, killed me. So we'll turn it back to creative now. We'll turn me back to creative now. And yeah, so that's okay. That's kind of cool in its own way. That Dracula just stays on his thing. You just gotta go to him whenever you want. That's pretty cool too, honestly. What my plan was, he follows you around the house, and he can just wander around the house. And I would prefer that. I am disappointed he can't. But whatever. Like, I can't change it, so it's okay. Sucks though. Anyway. I'll do some testing. Maybe there was just an issue of some sort with the height of this. Like, I believe it's just that he can't walk in this short of hallway. Like, it appears like he should be able to. Maybe there's a thing called a hitbox. A hitbox means where you punch them, let's say. Like it's where the game says they are, right? Not just their appearance, but their actual body, right? So sometimes if you make your hitbox not line up properly, then you get issues where, like, let's um, like say a character, like you punch them in a certain area and it doesn't actually hit them, right? So I think his hitbox is a little bit bigger than it should be, so it won't let him walk through that gap. See how I can walk under this doorway? He wouldn't be able to, right? So let's test that. Um, I'm very curious. So let's make a little tunnel. I'm using a thing called the Wendigo Antlers, and they basically are from a mod. They let you break like this. They let you break 25 blocks at a time, like that. So now we spawn Dracula. Here he is in all his glory. So now, Mr. Dracula, do you walk? He does walk. So Kaylee, he just has an issue with the height of the hallways. I don't want to redo all those hallways now. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So I guess he'll just stay in his room. That's so lame, though. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to replace all those hallways or anything. That'd be a huge pain in the ass. But I don't know. Nothing I can do about it, I guess. So, let's go back. My plan was he chased you around the house and like he's not very fast, like you can escape him. I wanted it just like if you outrun him then he'll leave you alone, but you might accidentally like encounter him again. You know what I mean? Hmm. Maybe I'll just make his hallway long or taller. You know what I mean? So if I made his hallway just like longer, or not longer, sorry, I keep doing it, taller, then he would be able to walk. But I don't know. I wish I would have just made this whole place taller, but I don't want to change this whole one hallway just for him to be able to walk down it. And then he gets like to this like little intersection. He's like, oh, I can't walk. You know what I mean? So it's really sad. Anyway, you fight Dracula, and I guess now you can fight him whenever you want. It's huge. He's crazy tall. He takes up 4 blocks. Anyway, that is basically the whole layout of my thing. There is also, oh, I gotta break this, I forgot. I just don't need this anymore. It's just like a little testing board. But there is also a little execution room. There are some tunnels, little labyrinths to get in here. It's just kind of more like an Easter egg. It's not really anything. But yeah, it's mostly just to look. Anyways, that will be all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Um, and yeah, I know this wasn't a super interesting video. I can't FaceTime my mom anymore. I broke my phone, so I was doing this live stream just to be able to show her. Also, so I don't have to hold the phone the whole time, even if I did have one. So, thank you for watching, if anyone watched, besides my mom, and thank you, Mom, for watching. I do appreciate every single person who watches these videos. Maybe comment down below. there's any parts you liked or any thoughts you have, any comments, concerns, questions. And I'll probably do a live stream when this whole map is finished and show it off better and show off the finished product. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. And I do